afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Cousins Gymnasium on the campus of Tufts University for today's NESCAC volleyball match between the visiting Williams College Ephs and the host Tufts University Jumbos. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we ask you to please rise, remove your caps, and direct your attention to the flag for the playing of our national anthem. First, for visiting Williams, a junior from Menlo Park, California, number 2, Ali Ostro. A sophomore from Manhattan Beach, California, number 3, Alex Newton. A sophomore from Bird Hills, New York, number 4, Natalie Albright. A sophomore from Winnetka, Illinois, number 7, Erin Denham. A junior from Northridge, California, number 9, Tess Richmond. A sophomore from Walnut Creek, California, number 11, Diana Takashima. A junior from Oceanside, California, number 13, Roxy Corbet. Head coach of the Ephs is Christy Kelsey. She's assisted by Kaylin Strauble. And now for the host Jumbos. A sophomore from North Canton, Ohio, number 1, Kelly Klimo. A sophomore from Westlake Village, California, number 2, Rachel Farad. A senior from Avondale, New Jersey, number 5, Alex Garrett. A junior from Austin, Texas, number 6, Angela Yu. A sophomore from Granite Bay, California, number 8, Bridget Bell. A sophomore from Round Rock, Texas, number 12, Christina Wampa. A sophomore from Palatine, Illinois, number 13, Heather Holtz. Head coach of the Jumbos is Cora Thompson. She's assisted by Madison Smith and Brian O'Keefe.
And with that, that's the introductions for both sides of this Jumbo Ephs tilt here in Cousins Gymnasium in, I would like to say beautiful and sunny Medford, Massachusetts, but that is not the case, at least today, with some heavy thunderstorms moving through. But welcome nonetheless to some promises to be some great volleyball action here today. I am your, once again, play-by-play commentator, Andrew McMillan, this time joined by...
I'm Tom Jasanowski here with the color commentary. We're going to bring you some live Tufts Jumbos and Williams Ephs volleyball. Both teams have been looking strong. I believe this is a heavy NESCAC matchup. Tufts is now 4-0 in the NESCAC after last night's win over Hamilton. And this is a big one for the Jumbos. They'd like to continue their dominance, and Williams trying to play upset special here.
Closing up a big week of NESCAC action for the Jumbos as they played Hamilton yesterday, and then I believe it was, who was it earlier this week? Checking the schedule, it was in fact UMass Boston who, while a tough opponent, Jumbos managed to defeat in 3 straight sets. So Jumbos will look to continue that trend against their NESCAC rivals, Williams. The history so far, at least in the last year and a half or so, would lead one to believe that the Jumbos have the ability to do this, as they went undefeated in NESCAC play last year, 10-0, only eventually losing to Middlebury in the NESCAC Conference Championship Final. So we'll see how things go from here, and looking to get underway as senior Alex Garrett takes the first serve for the Jumbos here on Saturday, September 30th. Jump serve. That's going to be dug by number 7, Claire Kitts. Dug by Garrett. Set by you. Tapped over by Bell. That'll be dug again by Klitz. Dug by Bell. Set by you. Big hit from Garrett's going to find some ground, and that'll be the first point for the Jumbos here in this first set of the Jumbos Ephs match.
Yeah, Garrett, one of the back row specialists for the Jumbos, really making her presence known early.
Garrett's on the serve again. Dug by Takashima. That one's going to be set by Alex Newton, but that'll be a
double contact.
Double contact. Tough one because when you set the ball, you can't touch it twice. It must be a simultaneous touch with both hands. Garrett's jump serve is going to find a different zone this time. Dug by Kitts. Set by Osto. Tapped over. Denied at the net. Set by Osto. Big hit from Kitts is going to be dug by you. Set by Klimo. Big hit from Bell is going to find ground, and that's going to go right past a diving Erin Denham. Excuse me, I've been calling that wrong. Erin Denham is the one, number 7 for the Ephs, who's been finding herself in the middle of these plays. Jumbos take a 3-0 lead. Garrett's jump serve is going to sail wide this time. A service error will make the score 3-1.
Yeah, that was a very important side out there for the Ephs as they stop the bleeding to cut the deficit to 2.
Number 2, Ali Ostro's standing serve is going to find Bridget Bell, who sends it back. Big set from Angela Yu will set Christina Nwankpa up for the big booming kill, and that'll bring the score to 4-1 in favor of the Jumbos. Nwankpa checks out for Heather Holtz as Kelly Klimo on the serve now for the Jumbos. Her jump serve is going to find ground. Dug by Denham. Set. Tried to tap over from Corbet. Nothing doing, and a big hit from Bell is going to be found by Ostro, set by Denham, or set by Newton that time, excuse me, and tapped over by, I believe that was Natalie Albright for the kill. Brings the score to 4-2 for the Jumbos early in this first set. Albright on the serve now for the Ephs. Jump serve is going to sail wide, and a side out that will bring the score to 5-2 for the Jumbos as Diana Takashima tags back in for Natalie Albright.
Yeah, the Jumbos looking like a superior defensive team, playing more sound fundamentally right now.
Rachel Farash's serve will be dug by Ostro, set by Newton. Big hit this time from, I believe that was Denham again, set by Klimo. Tapped over by Bell, dug by Denham, set by Tess Richmond, but that's going to be a 4-touch violation on the Ephs, and that'll give the point to the Jumbos there.
Yeah, slight communication error there led to the 4-touch error for the Ephs.
Farash's serve is going to be dug by Denham, set by Ostro, and blocked at the net. Denham's hit is going to be entirely denied at the net. This time by, I believe, that was Holtz and Farash with Maddie Stewart on the assist there. So
yeah, they call that a roofing here in Cousins Gymnasium.
Do they now?
Yeah,
love that.
I think that's what I heard they said.
That one's going to find its way over the Jumbo defense this time. Farash on the set. Big hit from Bell is going to find ground as the Ephs aren't thrilled with that call. I believe the vertical boundary was a little bit shaken up, but both officials on the side gave the point to the Jumbos. 8-2 now in favor of the Jumbos in the first set. Farash's serve. Dug by Ostro. Set by Newton. Big hit this time from, who's that, number 8? Ponytails. Yeah. Nope, number 13, excuse me. Number 13, Roxy Corbet there on the kill. She brings the score back to 8-3 in favor of the Jumbos.
Yeah, big kill there for Corbet. Very important for them to side out there as we get a substitution here.
Morgan Richmond on the serve now for the Ephs. Jump serve. Dug by Garrett. Set by Farash. Big hit from Bridget Bell is going to beat Takashima on the ground there, and the score takes a 9-3 turn in favor of the Jumbos. Mackenzie Bright checking in for Alex Garrett. A little more offensive firepower in exchange for the defensive specialist, as Klimo becomes the only one on the court. Jump serve from Bell. That'll be dug by Ostro, set by Newton. Big hit from Denham is going to find ground, and Bridget Bell taking responsibility for that one as she was, I guess, fooled a little bit by that.
Yeah, she was fooled. Both teams looking very strong offensively so far. A lot of kills. The we got a substitution, but the Jumbos a little bit more solid on defense, but both teams looking powerful offensively.
Allison Frizon with the serve. Jump serve. Dug by Bell. Set by Farash. And touched over by Mackenzie Bright, and that'll be Frizon unable to make the defensive play there, and the kill will be attributed to Mackenzie Bright there.
And Mackenzie Bright was using the touch kill there.
Klimo checking out for Nwankpa as Heather Holtz's serve is going to be dug, this time by Tess Richmond. Set by Newton. Big hit from Ostro is going to find ground, and that'll bring the score to 10-5 here in the first set.
Yeah, the Jumbos currently doubling up the Ephs, but the Ephs have looked strong. If they can go on a run here.
First timeout taken by the Ephs here.
Yeah,
and,
after they take that timeout.
It's a game of momentum in more ways than one, I'd say, for at least this game, because volleyball, even on its own, in its most purest form, is all about who can grab the momentum and who can hold on to it for longer. And you'd have to give that to Tufts right now for taking out that 10-3, I think it was, at the high water mark, 10-3 or a 10-4 lead. But how do you think the Ephs have responded to that?
Well, the Ephs have responded pretty well here. Their offense is completely sound, but there's a lot of spacing issues on defense that they need to adjust, and I guess that's what Coach Christy Kelsey is talking to them about right now. But I think that the Ephs have the intensity, and they have the talent here to make a run at the Jumbos. You know, a 5-point lead isn't insurmountable.
Absolutely. Lots of volleyball left to play in this first set. But the way the Jumbos jumped out on the Ephs so quickly, I would say, is a testament to Cora Thompson's strategy for just mixing the zones up and always being unable to be predictable, being unpredictable and consistently unpredictable, which is a difficult thing to do. Diana Takashima on the serve now for the Ephs. Her jump serve is going to find ground, be dug by Bell, set by Klimo. Not a whole lot to be done with that, but that's going to be slapped over by Bright, dug by Takashima, set by Newton. Big hit from Ostro is going to be dug by Bell, set by Farash. And a big hit from Mackenzie Bright. It's going to beat the net defense. That's number 4, Natalie Albright. Number 3, Alex Newton there, who couldn't quite keep up with that, as Angela Yu checks in from Maddie Stewart now, bringing a 6-2 rotation out for the Jumbos. That's 2 setters, in which represented by Angela Yu and Rachel Farash. Standing serve is going to be dug, this time by Roxy Corbet. Set by Newton. Big hit from Ali Ostro is going to
There's a net violation.
Be saved by the Jumbos, but the net violation will give the point to the Ephs there, as Roxy Corbet tags out for, I believe, excuse me, no, that was Morgan Richmond tagging out for Roxy Corbet. As this is Alex Newton on the serve, found by Klimo, set by Yu. Big hit from Nwankpa is going to trickle in right under the hands of Natalie Albright and Roxy Corbet on the net defense there.
Yeah, that wasn't the cleanest set by you, but Nwankpa really made lemonade out of lemons there to get the kill.
Tough to work with. Yu's got to work with her passers as Alex Garrett takes a jump serve. That'll be dug by number 5, Allison Frizon, set by Richmond, and that'll be just bumped over by Takashima, dug by Garrett, set by Yu. Big hit from Rachel Farash, dug by Frizon, set by Newton. Big hit from Richmond is going to sail wide, and that'll be another point for the Jumbos as they take a 13-6 lead here in the first set. And it's a tough break for the setters, who don't get any of the glory but have to shoulder a lot of the offensive responsibility, as Garrett's serve is going to be dug by Ostro, set by Newton, tapped over by Corbet, set by Klimo. Big hit from Rachel Farash is going to just barely go wide of the outside boundary. And the score goes to 13-7, as that's number 7, Erin Denham, checking back into the game for Allison Frizon. Number 2, Ali Ostro here. Jump serve is going to be misplayed just a touch there by Klimo. Klimo not proud, but easily shaken off.
Klimo had a hard time deciding whether it was going to land in or out and ended up making the wrong call.
Ostro again on the serve, dug by Bell, set by Yu. Big hit from Rachel Farash. That's going to be dug by, I want to say, that's Newton. And that's going to be a big hit this time from Roxy Corbet again, and that'll beat the net defense of Bridget Bell and Christina Nwankpa, as Ali Ostro continues her serving run. And a little bit of a momentum coming back to the Ephs. Standing serve seems a timeout was called in the process of the serve going on, so no count for the point there, even though that was a nice and clean serve as the Jumbos take their first timeout. And this just speaks to the momentum that we were talking about as the Ephs came roaring back, quite frankly, now within 4 points, not even quite to the halfway, just past the halfway point if we're counting the Jumbo score as 13-25 being the true halfway point here. So what are the Ephs doing differently now?
Well, the Ephs have just come out with a lot more defensive solidarity. They've looked a lot more cohesive on defense. Tufts has been getting a lot of good hits, but I think the intensity was ratcheted up after that timeout for the Ephs. They come out, we saw them beat the block from Bell and Nwangpa, which doesn't happen often. And so I think the Ephs have just come out with a new intensity, and that's allowed them to corral the momentum here.
Yeah, and it was something to mention for viewers to look out for. Number 3 on the Ephs side of the court, Alex Newton has made herself, quite frankly, a fundamental piece of this Ephs offense. She leads the team with 390 assists compared to numbers 2 and 3 at 29 and 13 assists apiece. So watch out for her on each of the Ephs offensive plays, as Bell's big hit is going to be not saved by Takashima, and that'll be a point for the Jumbos there. Nothing doing for Newton on that play, but watch out for her as the Ephs begin to take things back to the Jumbos. Klimo on the serve, though, as the Jumbos won the previous point. Jump serve, that'll be dug by Denham, set by Newton. Big hit this time from Corbet will be dug by Garrett, set by Yu. Tapped over by Bell, and that'll be dug by Denham, set by Newton. Corbet with a big hit, and that's double touch violation, looks like, for Newton there. It's a tough responsibility to carry. Angela Yu is the counterpart, I'd say, for this Jumbo's offense, as Klimo's jump serve will be dug by Takashima, set by Denham, sent right over by number 4 Albright, set by Yu, tapped over by Bell. And unfortunate lack of firepower there to get the ball back to the Jumbo side of the court. But you just by virtue of hearing me call their names out, Angela Yu and Alex Newton are absolutely critical to these two offenses, as they're the ones who really make the plays and set the ball up for the people with the flashier kills and responsibilities, as Corbet's big hit is denied at the net, and the response will sail wide. That's Bell and Heather Holtz sharing the block there for the Jumbo's net defense. And just as quickly as the Ephs had come roaring back, the Jumbos put this game right back where they want it, as they take an 8-point lead, 17-9. Klimo's serve is dug by Takashima, set by Newton, and a big hit from Corbet will be dug by Yu, set by Klimo, and a big hit from Bell will be dug this time by Ostro, set by Newton. That's number 7, Erin Denham, on the kill there. And could have been a net violation or just misplayed is what we'll call it. And an Ephs point brings the score to 17-10 here in the first set. Natalie Albright on the serve. And that's an L.
She just fooled Alex Garrett on that one.
Can't describe that as anything other than an L. It's tough watching the spin and trying to figure out where the ball's going to land, as Albright's next serve this time is dug by Garrett, set by Yu, tapped over by Rachel Farah.
But I think she ran into the net.
Just the tiniest bit of a net violation, and that's...
those are the breaks that the Ephs are going to need to take this game back, now down 5.
Absolutely. Albright's serving run is exactly what they need, as her serve finds Garrett. Yu with the set, Rachel Farash with a big hit. That's going to be blocked, saved, set by Newton. Big hit from Roxy Corbet is going to be denied at the net. Roofing, I guess you can kind of hear the ooh sounds coming from the stands. That must be what that is. Love the terminology. We were discussing on Tuesday the stuff that we come up with JumboCast for volleyball games, pancaking and fire camp or campfiring, etc. Takashima is going to set this one for Denham to get over the defense. Garrett with the dig. That's Farash this time on the set, and Maddie Stewart's hit is going to be erroneously defended by at the net by the Ephs, and the score will come out to a 19-12 lead. 5-1 rotation now. Farash, the setter for the Jumbos here. Jump serve is going to sail straight into the net, and there are those unforced errors that you were just talking about. Ephs are going to need a few more of those if they're going to really keep pace with the Jumbos here in the first set.
Yeah, Ephs down 6 really need to make a run here before it becomes too late and the Jumbos take this first set.
Morgan Richmond on the serve will be found by Garrett, set by Farash, and big hit from Maddie Stewart is going to be very cleanly blocked at the net, this time by the Ephs defense. I'm going to give that block to Allison Frizon and probably Alex Newton too. I think they were in the neighborhood. They're the ones front and center at the net right now. As Richmond's next serve is going to float over, dug by Bell, set by Farash. Now we bumped over by Maddie Stewart, set by Newton. Big hit from Aaron Denham is going to go just wide, and that almost had exactly what the Ephs needed. Bring the score back to 4, but just sailed a little bit too wide.
No, they called it contact. Yeah, they're calling it contact on the Jumbos.
Oh, for crying out loud. Well, got me. Curse of the commentator strikes again. Morgan Richmond's exactly where she wanted to be at that point, I guess, for crying out loud. My apologies to anyone watching that. You would think I'd know better by this point, but it was looked good from here for the Jumbos.
We liked it,
but it happens. So just got to be like the Jumbos and shake them off and move on. But fast-paced. This is nothing like the UMass Boston game that we got to watch on Tuesday. Just back and forth, grinding. Just those 3 sets took close to even more than 2 hours, I think,
wow.
Which is
that's rare.
Yeah, pretty rare. And here we are, not even 20 minutes in, and scored a lot of points right now, but just played a lot of volleyball in these 20 minutes. Just boom, 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 going.
Especially for, I believe both teams had games last night. I don't know if Williams did, but we know the Jumbos did. So
Jumbos had to work with Hamilton last night. They came away with a victory. Richmond's next jump serve will be dug by Garrett, set by Farash. Not a lot for Bell to work with there, but she's going to have a big hit to be dug by Ostro, set by Newton, tapped over this time by number 9, Tess Richmond. Maddie Stewart will be dug by Richmond again. 2 Richmonds on the team, just picking up on that now. Klima with the set. Bell's big hit is going to be blocked at the net, sent back over by Denham, and that'll be Heather Holtz on the kill this time, just barely making her way past. I believe that was Ali Ostro on the defense there for the Ephs. Score goes out to 20-15 here in the first set.
Yeah, I think Takashima was also in the realm, and Cora Thompson using her timeouts wisely.
Bridget Bell's jump serve will be dug by Ostro, set by Newton. That's Aaron Denham just tapping it over. Dug by Farash, set by Klimo. Big hit from Mackenzie Brett's going to find ground there, and that's an attempted pancake from Ali Ostro. Pancaking where player dives with her hand flat as can be on the ground. That's to try to get a pancake in between the ball and the ground. That's what we call those up here in JumboCast. Bridget Bell's next jump serve is going to be found by Ostro, set by Newton, and a strange sort of like tap over from number 9 Tess Richmond. A nice defensive play from Takashima and Morgan Richmond. I need to take a look at this right now. Tess Richmond, Morgan Richmond. Doesn't seem like there's no apparent relation between the two, as one is from Scottsdale, Arizona, the other is from Northridge, California, but we'll do our best to keep the difference separate. That's Morgan Richmond with a big hit, sailing just a bit wide and giving the Jumbos a 23-15 lead.
Now the Ephs have 1 timeout left. You got to wonder when they're going to use it.
Bridget Bell's jump serve is going to be dug by Ostro, set by Morgan Richmond. Big hit from Ostro again. Dug by Bell, set by Farash. Big hit from Maddie Stewart. Morgan Richmond saves. Newton with the set. Denham with a big kill. And that's just going to beat Bell, whose positioning there just wasn't what she needed to have in order to save the ball there. So,
yeah, an important side out for the Ephs as they look to climb back into this down 7 here, 23-16.
Allison Frizon tagging in for Erin Denham on this one. She takes the serve here. Jump serve, dug by Klimo, set by Farash, and a big hit from Mackenzie Bright, right to Takashima, who can't quite save it, and the Jumbos take a definitive 24-16 lead. Christina Nwankpa checking in for Kelly Klimo. Another middle hitter and some more height on the net for Cora Thompson. As Holtz's serve will be dug by Takashima, and a quick snap hit by Alex Newton will be saved by the Jumbos. And a bit of a net violation for Maddie Stewart there, who was aggressive for the kill, but crashed into the net just a little bit too much for the referee. liking. So that'll give the Ephs the point, 24-17 here in the first set. Diana Takashima on the serve. Dug by Bell. Set by Farash, and a big hit from Nwangpa just goes
right into the net.
Right into the net.
Yeah.
And you hate to see those happen, but nobody's perfect, and those are bound to come up from time to time. So Diana Takashima continues her serving run. Another jump serve will be found by Bell. Sent a little too far back as Ostro digs. Newton sets, and Ostro hits again, but the Jumbo net defense is too strong, and the Jumbos win this first set 25-18. So that's the first set score here, and a little bit more of the commentating training for us here at JumboCast as we work to integrate our new members into our lineup. So we're going to take a quick break. We've got about 3 minutes until the next set is going to start, and we'll introduce the first of our two commentators when we get back after this. Stay with us.
Volleyball especially is annoying because it's just on to the next one, on to the next one.
There were some times where like you got caught behind, like you were still talking about the previous play and they're doing the next
You just have to let it happen. They can watch what's happening, but you're the only one who can provide. You're the one providing your experience. And it's the same thing for like baseball. Baseball's my favorite because you actually have a conversation. Have a conversation for 30 seconds to say what's happening. Then I go into the conversation. It's so much fun. That's the way to do a baseball game. That's the best. But these, I'd say, basketball's a little bit better because it's slower pace. And then soccer especially. Soccer's weird because it's a weird combination because there's stuff happening all the time. But it's still kind of slowly paced. This is just non-stop. So I'm going to do my best to really something. So when I throw something out, it's just like, don't let me see it. You don't need to know anything about volleyball. And you have any actual questions, just like write them out on this paper here. If you have any like technical questions or whatever, write them out there and I'll do my best to like answer you off the air. Or just like put my mic up for a hot sec and ask you.
So you pronounce this Ephs?
Yeah. Like the jumbo. Their mascot is wrong. You guys think like back in the day, some of the elementary teachers wrong or something like that where the jumbos are the mascot. Alright, ready? Come in!
And welcome back for the second set in this match here between the Tufts Jumbos and the Williams Ephs. I am still Andrew McMillan, but this time joined by one of our newest compatriots, Peter Malinovsky. Thanks for joining us, Peter.
Hi there, Andrew. Just enjoying a nice day out here in Cousins' gym.
Indoors, I think, is the key here.
Yeah, indoors, not out in this rainy day.
Ali Ostro's standing serve is going to be found by Garrett, set by you. And fancy play there from Christina Nwangpa, who was already in the air as Angela Yu's set was coming in, but the timing was not quite perfect.
Yeah, it looked like they had one of those in the last set there and just didn't pull it off quite right.
Ostro's serve is going to be, another flying kill attempt from Nwangpa. That'll be set by Farash this time, or dug by Farash, excuse me, and a big hit from Alex Garrett is not quite going to find the ground there. Didn't quite see that there, but the Jumbos are running another 6-2 rotation here as Farash and Angela Yu are both on the court at the same time. Bell's going to dig this serve, though. Yu's going to set, and the big hit from Bell's going to beat the net defense. Dug by Ostro, set by Newton. Big hit from Morgan Richmond will be saved by Bell. Dug by Klimo. Hit from Bell is going to be found by Takashima. Set by Newton, who's going to go over, and Furash is going to just poke it right back into the ground there, and the Jumbos will find a score, get rid of that goose egg from the scoreboard, and take a 1-2 deficit here in the second set. Kelly Klimo on the serve now for the Jumbos. Defensive specialist, defensive phenomenon, quite frankly. Can't talk enough about the presence that Klimo brings to the court as Denham, then Newton, and a big hit this time from Morgan Richmond. Still Morgan Richmond heavily factoring into this Ephs offense now. She came in into her own late in the first set, but now she has racked up 2 kills already here in this second set as number 4 Natalie Albright takes a jump serve. Dug by Garrett, set by Yu. Right back to Garrett, who dug by Ostro, set this time by Tess Richmond. And a big hit from Denham will be found by Klimo. Set by Yu, big hit from Furash, dug by Newton. Set by Albright, and a big hit from Morgan Richmond, dug by Klimo. Set by Yu, tapped over by Bell, dug by, that's Albright. And sent over, saved by Furash. Klimo brings it back, and Bell just barely manages to save as Denham to Newton. And that's this time to, I want to say, Tess Richmond. So Morgan and Tess Richmond. Kind of confusing there for us, Peter. What do you think?
Yep, it's, a lot of new names, a lot of new faces here. But looks like the Ephs are picking up some speed here as they take a 4-1 lead over the Jumbos.
Albright's serve is going to be found by Garrett, and a little too far, saved by Yu.
And the Jumbos could not get that one.
Klimo showing her trademark hustle there as she goes full out for that one, but she's already back up and at it again. Ephs take a 5-1 lead here in the second set. Jump serve from Albright is going to be dug by Klimo, set by Yu. Big hit from Heather Holtz is going to lead to a little bit of a campfire situation that I was describing earlier. That was Ali Ostro and Alex Newton kind of meeting in the middle there, but when everyone goes kind of into a central point to save that ball, it looks like they're going to a campfire, but
yeah, looks like the nice first hard spike by the Jumbos there.
Furash with serve, we see dug by Takashima, set by Denham, and double touch violation. That looks like on Aaron Denham. When you set the ball, you have to use 2 hands to set the ball, but they have to touch the ball at the same time. You can't sort of like hit it 1-2 with your right and left hand, for example. That'll be dug by Ostro, set by Newton. Big hit from Denham is denied. Takashima's attempted save
nice roof there.
Nothing doing for the Ephs as the Jumbos bring the score back to 4-5, and a great roof by that Jumbo defense. And something that they've been a little inconsistent about with the net defense. It's probably a strategy decision, but they've brought it back into full force for this game as Newton's set, and Denham's hit is denied at the net. Set by Newton again. A little miscommunication there from the Ephs, but they get the ball back over. Furash is set. Big hit from Bell. It's going to be dug by Ostro. Bumped by Denham, and that's going to find some ground, but saved by Klimo. Stewart sends it right back, and that's going to be dug by Newton. Set by Takashima. Big hit from Denham's going to be denied at the net, this time by Heather Holtz. I'll probably give Maddie Stewart a little bit of credit on the assist there for the serve, but some really ramshackle kind of offense, just get it back over, reset in time on that rally. Furash is going to take a jump serve, though, and that'll be dug by Ostro. Set by Newton. Big hit from Morgan Richmond is going to sail wide, and Kelly Klimo almost trying to say almost overread. Oh, that was a contact. That's what it was.
Yep, looked like an Ephs point there.
Frustration there for Klimo as Morgan Richmond takes a jump serve. Dug by Garrett, set by Furash. Big hit from Maddie Stewart's going to sail just a little bit wide, and the Ephs retake a 2-point lead.
Yeah, looks like they've been picking it up this second set here. I don't know what they talked about in the huddle there, but they've been a little cleaner all around, getting some nice kills, just really following through on the stuff that they didn't follow through in the first set.
Looks like that was actually a jumbo point there. Don't quite know what happened, but Bell takes his jump serve, and that'll be dug by Takashima. Set by Alex Newton, who visibly frustrated with Tess Richmond's miss on the hit there, and Jumbos will take a 7-6 lead, their first of the set. As Bell takes a jump serve, dug by Ostro, set by Newton. Big hit from Denham's going to be blocked at the net, and Morgan Richmond's attempt to keep the ball alive was no good, and the Jumbos take an 8-6 lead.
Yep, and you can hear the crowd yelling out that roof call there. Jumbo's got a solid defense. Right
Much
there.
different tone this set, I'd say, from the first set. Bell's jump serve going to sail wide and keep the game at a 1-point deficit for the Ephs. But what would you say is the biggest difference between this first and second set? We're cruising through this one again. Just points are, it's like raining cats and dogs with the points. But how would you say the Ephs are reacting differently to the Jumbos here?
I'd say the Ephs are really cleaning up the end of their plays. So they're following through on their kills. They're getting the last couple hits that count. They're playing it clean, and the Jumbos have, I don't know, stepped down a little bit. Maybe they're a little tired now. I'm not sure what's going on. They're still hanging in there. They realize that they can't put it into third gear right now. They got to step it up.
Mackenzie Bright was the one with the kill there, as Newton's set is going to be, that'll be number 12, Mia Wineland, on the error there, as her hit goes into the upright. Heather Holtz on the serve now. That'll be dug by number 5, Frazan. Big hit from Morgan Richmond again.
And the Ephs are looking for a contact there, but they didn't get it.
Nothing doing, I guess. Bit of a convenience store score right now. 7-11 in favor of the Jumbos. Holtz on the serve, dug by Richmond, set by Newton, and a big hit by number, I believe that's still Tess Richmond, not anyone else, but denied at the net this time by Mackenzie Bright and Christina Nwankpa. And the first East timeout of this second set is taken closer to the halfway point than I would have guessed. But as you were saying earlier, as we were discussing earlier, a much different tone to this. And I don't know if I'd qualify it as the Jumbos being tired, because one thing that I will go on record is to saying the Jumbos, one of their probably biggest strengths actually is their endurance, their ability to grind it out for 5 sets against the teams that are that good. So we saw this against, I believe it was Bowdoin, and against their opponents when they traveled out to Illinois Wesleyan for the long weekend of competition out there. And while they were able to hang with the teams in most of those sets, they didn't quite eke out the wins. But definitely a sort of knocked off message a little bit, as opposed to the first set. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I think they got maybe a little complacent. That's maybe a better word for that.
Great way to describe that, absolutely.
Yeah, so they saw that they could get up by 5 points in the first set, and they figured that it would come easy, so they took a little bit off of it, and I think they're realizing it now. They've pulled up 12 to 7, so they're kind of picking it back up. And
just because they are undefeated, they've gone on a 14-0 run in NESCAC play in the last year and a half, doesn't mean they can get relaxed. So they need to keep up the pressure. Holt's serve is going to be found by Takashima, and that'll be hit down this time by Mia Wineland. I believe that might be her first kill of the game, and that'll bring the Jumbo deficit. That'll cut the Jumbo lead down to 4 as Takashima takes the serve. Her jump serve is going to sail a bit wide, and that's the unfortunate risk that players take when they work with a jump serve. There's more power into it as you're in the air and not stuck to the ground, but much smaller margin for error, much easier to send service errors just out for free points. So Angela Yu does not mess around with that. She takes a standing serve to be dug by Takashima, set by Newton. That's going to be Mia Wineland, and that'll be another contact point for the Ephs there, and that goes to a 13-9 Jumbo lead.
Yep, there was a pretty clear tap up there as it came over the net. It was just fast ball and not a lot of time to do anything with it.
Alex Newton on the serve, jump serve. That'll be dug by Bright, set by Yu. Bridget Bell will send that right back, dug by Takashima, set by Newton. Looks like a double touch violation. More of those this game than I think I've seen all season so far. Really interesting development here. Both sides actually, because it hasn't just been the Ephs with the double touch violation, but
yeah, and it hasn't been too obvious from here, but maybe the referees are really cracking down on that.
Alex Garrett's jump serve will be set by Newton and attempted to be sent over by that's Morgan Richmond, number 14 there. And if I had to guess, you have to actually hit the ball over to get the kill, and she did something akin to just pushing the ball, which
looked like a carry call by the refs.
Yeah,
there.
that's it. Takashima's set, and big hit from Richmond will be saved by you. Net defense a little too strong for the Jumbos there, as they can't quite handle the Williams net offense, and that'll bring the score up to 15-10 in favor of the Jumbos.
Looks like the Jumbos just got a little bit mixed up there when everything was
It happens.
flying around.
Those kinds of interactions will happen every game. But here we are with it's still 15-10 in the second set. Nice Ostro's serve is going to be dug by Bell, set by Yu, and a flying kill from Nwangpa is going to send it down and bring the score out to 16-10 in favor of the Jumbos.
Yep, that's what they were looking for earlier on in the game. When
that's got to be intimidating. Seeing someone, like, especially if you're at the net and you see someone who's a good, like, foot higher than you are, not a whole lot you can do with
and no
that.
time to react for that either.
A little bobbling defense there from the Ephs is enough to send it back. Alex Newton's dig is not quite good enough for Morgan Richmond to save. And the Jumbos stretch their lead out to 17-10 here in the second set. Number 13, Roxy Corbet coming back into the game as Alex Newton checks out for a small break. This is exactly what the Jumbos need to do, shut down the key Williams players in order to keep this game where they want it. So keeping Alex Newton flat-footed and away from the offensive plays is what they need to do to just keep Williams quiet. That's the theme. Keeping Alex Newton on lockdown and Aaron Denham away from the volleyball are the ways to go about that, as Natalie Albright's serve is going to sail wide and bring the score out to 18-11 for the Jumbos.
Nice exchange of serves right there. Hopefully it doesn't fall into the same pattern of what happened last set, where it was allowing Williams to pull right up on the Jumbos.
Farash's serve is going to be dug by Takashima, set by, that's Corbet this time, sent over by Denham, set by Farash. Big hit from Bell is going to be, and I have no idea what that was. That's
across the plane? I couldn't tell you.
Could have been, but Williams will take their second time out of the set, and at a score of 11-9. Tough spot for the Ephs right now. Still plenty of volleyball to play, but when the trends are sort of repeating themselves from the first set into this next set, even bigger lead this time, you have to wonder, something big's got to switch over for the Ephs if they're going to hang with the Jumbos for the rest of this game.
Yeah, and it'll be very interesting to see how the Jumbos take the third set here, if they'll be complacent like they were the second, or if they're going to come out hitting hard, because we've seen them hitting hard in kind of the second half of the second set, and they've pulled way ahead. 8-point lead, that's a pretty big lead. But they still got a bit of volleyball to play.
In a game with that plays with 25 points, an 8-point lead is nigh on insurmountable. But if there's any group of teams that can do something about that, it's got to be these NESCAC volleyball teams. They're quite frankly some of the best in the country, and the Jumbos proved that by how deep they went into the NCAA tournament. So Cora Thompson's keeping her main rotation of starters sort of working through the lineup right now. Some of her freshmen and sophomores who don't see quite as much are still looking on from the sidelines, but it could be if the Jumbos manage to lock this game out pretty close to where the score is now, we could see some newer faces moving on. Morgan Richmond's hit there is going to go straight into the net and bring the score out to 20-11 as Jumbos look to double up the Ephs here in this second set in a best-of-5 matchup. That's going to be dug by Ostro, set by Denham. That'll be sent over by Tess Richmond this time. Big hit from Heather Holtz is going to be a little bit too much for Takashima to handle, and the Jumbos take a 21-11 lead in the second set.
And it looked like it just landed in the back of the court there. It was pretty close, but the line judge called it in. So point
Rachel
to the
Farash's
Jumbos.
jump serve is going to be dug by Denham. Corbet comes in to save it, but Denham with another hit, dug by Garrett. Tapped back by Tess Richmond this time. A little bit of scramble to get the ball back to the Ephs side. Corbet, then Tess Richmond. Saved by Farash there. Doug set by you. And a big hit from Alex Garrett is just not good enough for the line judges over there. Garrett knows it wasn't quite the best possible hit that she could have served up.
Yeah,
but
we just had one of those flying kills again. Well, it looks like the Jumbos were able to pull out of it.
Morgan Richmond's jump serve is going to be dug by Garrett, set by Furash this time, and a big hit from, that was Maddie Stewart. And it looks to be another double touch violation. Those are just killing Williams right now. It's a really unfortunate way to go down at this point in time, because it's not even a chance for others to, not even giving them a chance to have a say with the Jumbo defense. But Bridget Bell will take this next jump serve, and that's going to be fall in just far enough in front of Ali Ostro to give the next point to the Jumbos, and they are only 2 points away from truly doubling up the Ephs here in this second set. Bridget Bell's next jump serve. Different zone as Denham takes that this time. Corbet back to Denham. Roof block at the net is going to be kept alive by Williams. Big hit from Denham is once again denied at the net, this time by, both times in fact, by Maddie Stewart and Heather Holtz, as they are really picking up the slack that the seniors, the graduated middle hitter seniors, have left behind.
Yeah, that Jumbo's wall up there is just very solid. Ephs
Bridget
haven't been able
Bell's
to get much through that.
serves, dug by Takashima, set by Corbet. And that's Erin Denham on the kill once again. She's the team leader in kills as she came into this weekend with with 120, averaging almost 3.5 solo kills per set, which is good for the team leader in terms of offensive firepower. So no wonder she's been on the court for most of this game, as Allison Frazan takes the serve. That's dug by Bell, set by Furash, and a big hit from Heather Holtz is going to finish the game off, this set off at 25-13 in favor of the Jumbos. So we're going to take another quick break. Thanks for joining us, Peter, in this second set, but we'll be right back with Tom and our other trainee for this game. So stick around. More volleyball still to come.
Let's up. So that's it. You gotta wait for baseball. Baseball in the spring when advanced meters is going to be fucking amazing. What year? Oh yeah, 100%. Last year when I first started, and then I started calling games and learning data volleyball
All right, we're back here at the Cousins Gymnasium For the third set of this matchup between the Tufts Jumbos and the Williams Ephs, I'm Tom Jazanowski, joined here with Phil Sprague. Phil, this is your first broadcast. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
My name is Phil Sprague. I'm from northern New Jersey. I'm a freshman here. I'm an undecided major, and I'm a big fan of sports, and glad to be here.
Phil's a big fan of Jumbo Sports, and he's really looking forward to this third set here. He was telling me all about it as we listened. So what's one adjustment if Williams wants to come back? What do you think? What's one thing they can do better?
I think that they're just going to need to be a little bit more powerful. It looks like in the first two sets, the Jumbos have sort of just overpowered them. Got off to a good start in the second set in the first couple points, but then the Jumbos just came flying back and destroyed them in the second half of the set.
As we'll see a serve here from Alex Garrett, dug out by Williams. Set up, hit blocked by Nwankpa. Set, hit out of bounds by, that is number 3, Alex Newton, I believe, who hit that out of bounds. As you're going to see Garrett here serve again. Tufts up 1-0 here in the third set. Serves it in, dug out by Takashima. Set up by Newton. And then roofed by the Jumbos there. Now, Phil, what do you interpret when the crowd and all the players go, ooh, after that? What do you think that means?
I mean, it's just a clear momentum builder for the Jumbos. Look, you can see that they've been getting really, really quick points, and that's a big hype builder.
Yeah, they love the hype as Klimo sets it up here. The Bright hits it, dug up by the Ephs. Takashima sets it up. Going out, but Garrett saves it. Garrett saves it diving. And Nwankpa hits a free ball. That's a free ball alert. Tony Monaco coming over. Hit. Dug up by Klimo. Set by Yu. And killed by Nwankpa. Nwankpa with a big hit. That was some really great looking volleyball there. Good.
That's a great point to win for the Jumbos. They were all over the place at one point, and they just come back with that kill.
Yeah, that's how you have to do it if you're the Jumbos. As Garrett serves, floats it in. Dug out by the Ephs. Hit out of bounds as the Jumbos got lucky there. There was no defensive positioning there. Jumbos got lucky that one was hit out of bounds. Oh, it was hit inbounds. All right, so serving is Natalie Albright. That's my bad. Dug up by Klimo. Set by Yu. Outside the bell, tips it over. Dug up by the Ephs. That's a free ball alert. Tony Monaco. Hit back row ball, swung on by Garrett off the shoulders of Newton. Over to set up by, they got the contact call there. Bell hits it off of the Ephs defenders and gets the contact call. And that's a big point for the Jumbos. Another really strong rally from both teams. Now
Been noticing that the Ephs have been giving up a lot of free balls, not being able to set up the big hits in front of the net.
Yeah, the free balls are really dictate the game, and they're the most important thing for the Jumbos to be. They love to run their set plays off of free balls. As you see, Klimo serves here. Dug up by the Ephs. Set by, there's going to be a net violation. That's a point for the Ephs. As we see, oh no, that's a point for Tufts. The Ephs were initially celebrating, but there was a net violation on the Ephs, and that's a point for Tufts as Klimo continues her service rally here. Dug up. Set. And swung on and killed there by, I believe that was number 9, Tess Richmond. Or no, that was Denham. Sorry, my bad. Aaron Denham there with a kill out of Winnetka, Illinois. Oh, it was Roxy Corbet. Roxy Corbet, the 6'2 junior. Set by Yu. Back row ball by Garrett. Set up. Swung on again. Dug up by Garrett. Set by Yu. Out to Bell. Bell gets rejected at the net.
The Ephs finally looking good in front of the net on the last 2 points after not really being able to do much in the first couple points.
Yeah, they say looking like Tom on a Friday night, getting rejected at the net. We're going to see a serve here from the Ephs. Dug up by Bell, set by Yu. Just tapped over by, I believe that was Bright.
Cheeky little drop shot.
Yeah, the drop shot. Oh, that was Furash with the kill. With the drop shot there. Oh no, Furash is serving, Bright got the kill. Furash serves it in, out of bounds. You hate to see that. 3 points.
Points you hate to give up. There were a lot of those on the Ephs side in the second set, so I guess the Jumbos are giving their share back.
Exactly. It's only fair. You want the game to be balanced.
Yeah, it has to be.
Has
to be a nice, friendly game.
Yeah. Between these two NESCAC rivals. Served in, dug up by Garrett. Set outside to Bright. Bright smokes it through the Ephs defenders, hits one of them, and gets it to land inbound, out of bounds, but off of one of the Ephs defenders.
Looked like she was bowling as she took those two defenders down at the same time.
Oh, yeah, that was a good analogy, Phil. I like that.
Thank you.
All right, Bell serves, jump serve. Dug up by Takashima. Set by Newton. Dug up by Klima with a great dig. Back row ball by Bright. Set up by Takashima. Off the block into Bell. Bell up to Furash. Oh, as we see a nasty looking fall there by Mackenzie Bright, I believe.
A lot of laughing from the Jumbos bench. She just tripped over her 2 feet there.
Oh, I thought she got injured, so I was not laughing. But in retrospect, it was pretty funny now that I know that she's okay. Yeah, she got lost, in the dance step there. She was doing a waltz, everyone else was doing the tango.
Yeah, a little bit too much sauce. She got lost in it.
She got lost in the sauce. I love it. Yeah. They're getting extra towels. They're bringing out all the towels we got. Bring out all those Jumbos branded towels. That's Tony Monaco's valuable money going to work here, everybody.
Yeah, this is what we pay tuition for.
Yeah, there's those nice towels, those D3 towels. Yeah, and so for those of you keeping score at home, it is 7-5, Jumbo's lead. Diana Takashima is going to serve for the Ephs. Dug up by Bell. Set up by Bright. Back row ball by Bell. Into the Ephs. Set up by Newton. Killed by the Ephs there. That was number 13, Roxy Corbet. The 6'2 junior from Oceanside, California. Must be something in the water there in California. So many volleyball players come from California. As Takashima looks to continue her run. Jump serve. Dug up by Bell. Set by Furash. Killed by Bright. Bright, get the redemption from the time that she fell to get the kill there. As Nwangpa subs in for Klimo. Heather Holt is going to serve here for the Jumbos. The sophomore out of Illinois. Floats it in. Set up by Newton. It goes for the cheeky. Takashima sets it up. Dug out by Bell. Set by Furash. Free ball. That's a free ball alert. Tony Marco. Set up by Newton. Dug up by, I believe that was Bell. Set over. Free ball. When the set played Nwangpa and she gets the kill. That's Christina Nwangpa.
That was a good rally by both sides. Jumbos like to win that point.
Yeah, it's those long points. The service errors, the net violations, you can give those up. But on a long grinding point, that's what you really want to see. As we see the serve here from Holtz. Up. There's a roofing there by Nwangpa and Bright.
Yeah, she tried to hand the plate over and just got it shoved right back in her face.
Yeah. Exactly, and we're going to see Holtz continue her service here. Dug up by Takashima, set by Newton. And that's another point for Tufts, as Nwangpa just says no thank you at the net. As we're going to see Holtz continue this run. Tufts up 11-6 here in the third set. Holtz floats it in, dug up by Takashima, set by Newton, outside to Kobe. Furash gets to it. Bright swung on, and it lands in. Big kill there by Mackenzie Bright.
Great deep shot, just snuck right in the back.
Yeah, find some dry land there as the Ephs will take their first time out and try to stop the bleeding here. It is 12-6. So, Phil, what have you liked so far from one thing from the Jumbos, one thing from the Ephs that has pleased you so far?
The Ephs have, in the past 2 sets, have come out strong in the start. Really kept it tight, kept it close, got out to some leads, but the Jumbos have really just shown their tenacity, come back. 12-6 lead right now. They did the same thing in the second set after being even pretty early on, just smoked them. So hopefully we'll see some good volleyball from here on out for the Jumbos as they try to finish this third set.
Yeah, we'd love to see we know the Jumbos don't like to play a ton of sets. That's how they keep their energy high from game to game. Is winning 3-0 every time. You're going to see that one drop for an Ephs point there. Splits the defense. Yeah, we're going to see coming in for the Ephs, there's a substitution. Going to be serving now is number 3, Alex Newton will be serving for the Ephs. Serve is up. Bell digs. Up to Furash. Furash to Bright. Bright tips it over. Dug up. Set by Newton. Rejected the net by Bright. They want to call. The Ephs want to call. That's a free ball. Free ball alert. Dug up. Here comes another free ball. Free ball alert. Tony Monaco. Here we go. Let's see it. What the Jumbos do. Big kill by Bright. Dug up. Back row ball from Bell. Bell gets it to just fall over. And that's another free ball. Bell sets it up. They're going to run a set play here to Nwangpa. Nwangpa with the kill opportunity. Oh, man. And the Jumbos let it go out of bounds.
I think we saw a little bit of everything on that play. People all over the place, a couple blocks, a couple spikes.
Yeah, some middle hits, some outside hits, some oppo stuff. You got the full slate there. The buffet was all you can eat on that point.
Yeah, everything but the kitchen sink.
Dug up by Bell. Up to Furash. Furash outside. Dropped over. Set up by Newton. Outside to Corbet. Off the blocks, and Climo didn't know what to do with it there. And that's another Ephs point. The timeout really worked for Coach Christy Kelsey with her assistant Caitlin Struble.
He's getting the last 3 points in a row, trying to come back and make this a closer game.
Yeah, the Jumbos need to side out. There's a free ball. Free ball alert, Tony Monaco. Here we go. Set up, outside. Dug up by Bell. Climo's going to set it up. Back row ball by Bell. Nothing much to do. There's another free ball. Drops, though. Miscommunication as Bell has to hit the hardwood.
Looks like everybody just cleared out and expected somebody else to get that ball when nobody was there in the end.
Yeah, reverse campfire as the Ephs have gone on a 4-point run here, a 4-0 run, and forcing Cora Thompson to take a timeout. Bridget Bell there, friend of the program, obviously a member of JumboCast. As we know, we love her here. Was trying to make the save there, but lack of communication. So, what has changed for the Ephs, Phil?
I think that they're just playing with a lot more intensity. They've been really getting after a lot more loose balls, showing a lot of athleticism, and getting those last 4 points in a row.
Exactly, yeah. They came out with much more intensity in the second half here. And they're looking like a completely different team after that timeout. And Cora Thompson hopes to do the same for her Jumbos. We saw yesterday against Hamilton when the Jumbos were up 2-0. Cora Thompson put in more of the rookies, the freshmen and sophomores that don't normally get as much playing time, but I think she's going to have to keep her foot on the gas pedal here.
Yeah, you'd like to hope that the Jumbos are just playing a little baiting tactic right here, making the Ephs get a little bit relaxed, a little bit more comfortable before they step down on the pedal.
Yeah, we're going to see another serve by Newton, Alex Newton from Manhattan Beach, California. Serves it in dugout by Bell. Set up by Furash. Outside to Nwangpa. Nwangpa with the hit. Set up by Newton. Blocked on by Corbet, killing it, but out of bounds. Blocked off by Nwangpa.
It's a 5th straight point for the Ephs. Jumbos are looking a little scattered right now.
And that's exactly what the Jumbos needed. They side out there with a serve that goes out of bounds.
That free point to swing the momentum back and the run.
Yeah, ending the run, stop the bleeding. We're going to see Angela Yu come up to serve. And Angela Yu's going to do a standing serve. Gets it over, dug up by the Ephs. Set up by Newton. Outside to Corbet. Corbet smokes it right past Climo as it lands in.
We've seen the clear dominance of the Ephs in these last couple points, but do keep in mind that the Tufts do have a 1-point lead, showing that they as well have showed their dominance earlier on in the set.
Yeah, that's very big. Dug up by Bell. Yu fights to get for it. Bell knocks it up. Wow, an incredible save by Bell.
Almost hits the scoreboard up there.
That's a free ball. Nothing to do with it. Klimo digs it up. Back-to-back free balls. Bright hits it over. Blanco hit the block. Comes over. Free ball for Klimo. Over there to, I think that's Maddie Stewart, yeah.
Both teams look really good up on the net, hitting almost every ball that got hit over, got tipped, deflected. And that's going to be important for both defenses going forward.
And the Ephs are probably a little bit scattered because Alex Garrett, the service ace for the Jumbos, comes up. Serves it in. Free ball, nothing to do with it by the Jumbos. Tapped over. Yu digs it up. Set up by Klimo. For Stewart. Stewart floats it over. Set up. Klimo digs it up. To Yu. Back row ball by Garrett. Floats it over. Dug up by the Ephs. Set by Newton. Awkwardly hit. Klimo digs it out. Sets it up for Bell. Bell there.
After two straight float shots, they finally get that big hit and put the point away.
Yeah, Bell's always good for that. Bell, you know, she has everything in the toolbox, but she loves to use her power. Garrett serves. A line drive over. Blanca dunks on him there. Absolutely just rejects the Ephs attempt to float one over. As the Jumbos really use that timeout to take advantage here, up 16-12. Dug up by the Ephs. It's going to be a back row ball. Dug by Yu. Goes to Klimo. Klimo outside to Bell. Bell with a hit. Dug up by the Ephs. Set up by Newton. Dropped in. Yu takes it out. Klimo back row ball to Garrett. Garrett with a laser. Over Takashima. Sets it up. Drops it in. Stewart digs it out. Bell with the cross-court shot. Saved by Garrett. Set over free ball alert. Tony Monaco. Angela Yu. Up to Torbay. Fools him. Takashima. Up to, and that was a great kill over there by Natalie Albright.
Took them a couple tries, but they finally found the hole in the net defense and snuck that one in there.
Exactly. Not too many holes to be found in the Jumbos defense, but the Ephs found them there. We're going to see a serve here by Albright. Albright serves it out.
And another free point for the Jumbos. No energy expended there. A little nap point.
Because we're going to see Kelly Klimo here serving. Kelly Klimo, the sophomore from Ohio. Dug out, set by the Ephs, and that is Roxy Corbet killing it from the outside.
We've finally seen the Ephs getting some kills here in the third set. You have to wonder if it's a little too late, but it's good for them at least to see that they're finally putting something together.
Dug up by Garrett. Yu sets it over, drops it in. She loves the drop shot. The setter, I don't know what to call it, but it's when the setter, instead of setting someone else up for a big hit, just sends it over the net. Yeah.
Cheeky move.
Yeah, it's incredibly cheeky. So we're going to see a serve here from, I believe that's Bright. Blocked out of bounds by the Jumbos. The teams are just trading points here. 18-15 here, Jumbos lead. As Klimo chatters to her defense, we're going to see the Ephs get a substitution. The Ephs playing with a lot of emotion here. We're going to see a big serve here from Allison Frisson. Set up to Bell.
And that's another powerful hit that we like to see from her.
Yeah, friend of the program, Bridget Bell, smacks it, and she goes right to the service line to hopefully put things away for the Jumbos. Up 19-15 here. Serves, jump serve. Took up by Frisson. Set up, and a little bit of an awkward hit, but it works. I'm not going to argue with that. Coach might not be happy, but I am. That works for a point there for the Ephs. We're going to see Takashima, Diana Takashima, the sophomore, serve it in. Dug up by Bell. Set up by Furash. Swung on by Bright. Set up by Newton. Dropped in. set by Klimo. Set up by Furash. Tipped over by Bell. Set up by Takashima. Outside Corbet. Dug up, set up by Klimo. Back row ball by Bell. Dug up by Takashima. Takashima to Newton. Oh, incredible dig by Bell. Klimo navigates through the traffic. Free ball alert. Tony Monaco over there. Set up. And just barely goes out of bounds. Oh! They're calling it off the contact. Yeah. As Takashima will continue her run here. The Ephs only down 2 here in the third set. Looking to make things interesting. As Cora Thompson, I believe, takes another timeout.
And after some back and forths for a couple points, it looks like the momentum is swinging back towards the Ephs direction as they look to even this game up.
Yeah, the Ephs trying to get back in things here. We're wondering what took them so long, but they're coming back with some great intensity here. And they've been around. No set has been a blowout, which is what Tufts likes to play. Every team would love to blow every other team out, but the Ephs have been hanging around. So far they've been looking really strong on defense. The Tufts power hitters have had nothing to do to them so far. We'll see if Tufts can get a little something going here, or if the Ephs really do have the momentum.
And the Ephs would like to win at least a set, just because Tufts is so used to getting these 3-0 wins.
Exactly. Yeah, we know the Ephs would love to say they took a set against the mighty Jumbos. As we see a lineup with Bell, Klimo, Bright, and Stewart, I believe, back. Served in, dug up by Bright, set up by Furash, tipped over, dug up, set by Newton. Swung on and missed, and miscommunication there for the Ephs, and that's exactly what Cora Thompson was hoping to get. As we see Klimo subs out, and Nwangpa subs in.
Just a swing and a miss there. She looked like she was going for it all.
Yeah. Tufts going with an offensive look here. Stewart serves it, dug up by Takashima, set by Newton. And then roofed there by Nwangpa and Stewart, I believe, on that one. And that takes it to 21-17 Tufts. As we're going to see continued service here from Stewart. Set up by Newton. Smoked in by number 14, Morgan Richmond there. A much needed kill there for Richmond. As we see Klimo subs back in to take over as the quarterback of the back row. As we're going to see a serve here now from, I believe this is, that was Newton. Set up by Furash. Nwangpa kills it over. That's just going to go out of play. Nwangpa using that power to knock it off of the Ephs defender into the stands as Tufts takes the lead 22-18.
Nothing they could really do about that one as she rifled it.
Yeah, it was great defense, but the ball just had too much power on it. As we see Angela Yu here going to take the serve for the Jumbos. This has been dug up by Takashima, set up by Newton. Outside killed by Roxy Corbet. Roxy Corbet, have yourself a game. Or no, that was Mia Wineland. A name we haven't said much yet, but definitely a big contributor.
And he's getting pretty excited about that one.
Yeah, we're going to see Ali Ostro come in and serve. Drops it into Bell. Set up by Yu. Awkwardly hit over. Free ball alert. Tony Monaco swung on and blocked onto the tough side by Nwangpa and Furash.
She gets her hands on it just a little too far behind the net.
Yeah, as it's 22-20. Tufts up by 2, trying to cling to this lead. You're going to see Ostro serve it. Dug up by Klimo. Set up by Yu. Outside hit. Set up. Tossed over gently. Bell sets it up to Nwangpa. And Nwangpa with a big kill. She's been the X factor so far for the Jumbos.
The Ephs have been looking better at digging up those big hits in this third set, but that one they just weren't able to come up with it.
Exactly, as Garrett here looking to serve for everything. Dug up by Takashima. That's a free ball alert. Klimo digs it up, Tony Monaco. Set up to Nwangpa as she finesses it over. Set up by Newton. Hit outside. Dug by Yu, that's going to leave Klimo to do the setting work. Outside to Bell, Bell tips it over. Dug up by the Ephs. Outside.
And that one rolls across the net like they're playing roly-poly-oly out there, and it just falls back on the Ephs side for the jumbo point.
Roly-poly-oly, great television shows. We're going to see the Ephs opt to not take their last time out, with Garrett having one serve to rule them all here. Serving for the game and the match, serves it out. Curse of the commentator strikes again. As we bump her up, we try to inflate Garrett's ego, and she serves it out of bounds. We're going to see if Albright here, serving for the Ephs, can go on a run. Dug up by Garrett. Set up by Yu. Long throw. Goes for the hit. Set up by Albright. Garrett saves it. Set up by Yu. Outside to Bell, and Bell just puts a little too much mustard on it. Hits it out of bounds. As we're going to see, it's going to be Albright till the very end if the Ephs want to be in this. Dug up by Bell awkwardly. High ball by Yu. Bell again. Back row ball. Hits the ground. That's going to be a free ball. Free baller. Tony Monaco here. Set up by Yu. Nwangpa with the kill. And that'll just about do it. Nwangpa, the X factor, gets the kill. And the Tufts takes the third set 25-22. Phil, did you like what you saw?
That was a great set. Probably the best set of the game. But Jumbos really showed in the end that they not gonna go down. They like those 3-0 wins.
Did you have a fun time commentating your
I had a fantastic time. Nice to be here.
This was Phil's first broadcast. I think you did a great job so far. Definitely a lot better than my first broadcast. So, on behalf of Phil Sprague, I'm Tom Jeselowski, and we're going to leave you from the Cousins Gymnasium, and we're going to wish you a great day and a wonderful Saturday afternoon.